Well, about time to get the Gray Deceiver, aka Mr. Gray, out on the trails again. Mr. D. Gonna actually do some downsizing. I'm gonna go from 33 inch. Oh God, these things are heavy. Going from 33 inch old school tires to 32 inch new school tires. Had these tires for a long time. I just kept bending rims on them because I was being silly. But can't bend the aluminum. You can bend the aluminum ones, just you can't bend them back. So I've been running aluminum runs since I've been a little bit more mellow. So doing some maintenance, greasing up all the zerks and U-joints, and gonna need some pads after this trip. But gotta clean up a little bit, make sure all my recovery gear is good and working. Got my Sharky's machine down there and a couple of golf balls to throw at people if they're throwing trash on the trail. They get a golf ball on the side of the head. So, but got little Goose out here out of the way, so started her up about a week ago and started running her because I got a whole bunch of parts to start building her with. And I'm going to be getting rid of the louvered hood from the old, I don't think it was on the Mad Max car, it was on a K9 unit that I sold to the same guy that's got the car that the hood came from. He's putting it on another car that I sold him. So I'm going to kind of miss this one. I was going to put this on the big old car, or I'm going to call it the B.O.B. Mr. Bob car, which is over here. So my fleet is changing around a little bit. This is going to be the B.O.B. Got the push bar from the party car because the party car is going to go away. And I'm going to get this one painted all black. And then I got Charlotte here. I'm going to start her up today and give her a little run. And Savannah's in the back still undercover. Here's one of her legs. And then got Captain America in all his glory. So he's been sitting around for a little while. I gotta clean the bugs off and start getting the decal residue off so I can do graphics. And then I got Sandy, the school bus, a boyfriend for a little while. It's almost the same color. This is a champagne colored I keep forgetting I'm not in the 2000s on this side of the yard. We got a 92 Chevy ambulance. We got a 68 Ford LTD XL Brom. And then got a 1996. This is the Arrow platform, not the Panther platform like the 08 here and from probably 2000 and up. This is called the Arrow platform, Crown Victoria, and it's a civilian model. I just picked it up today. I got a couple things I got to change. Got a little tiny bit of paint work, but overall she's going to stay the same color. Got the limo tint. I got to clean her up and detail her. Got one of the covers missing from one of the mirrors, which it's going to be okay because I think I'm just going to paint them both gloss black or something. So, but this car has got 138 or 39,000 miles. It's a Crown Victoria LX, and this one's just a non-police. Dirty as hell, but this is going to be a good car. Nice cush ride. Got the fawn skin interior. It's dirty, but otherwise she's going to be a good car. She was maintained. I got it from the original owner family. It was brought down through a couple generations, I guess, but it's a Crown Victoria LX, completely bone stock, and she's going to stay that way, except for she's going to get some Lincoln Town Car rims, which I think will pretty it up a little bit, because she needs some TLC, but it's gonna, or he, I'm changing it to a he. They said it had a sex change while they owned it, so it's gonna stay a he. It used to be a she, but I haven't figured out a name for this one yet. So if anybody's got any ideas, I'm thinking of I don't know, I can't think of any. It's champagne color, which I really like, but I have to think of a name of a fancy champagne that sounds manly, because this one's a boy now, and and there's Lola over there, the squash squad car. She's got the wheels that were on Roxanne for a while. Here's Big Blue, and dang, that's some bass going on. I ain't reaching in there to turn that down. I'll lose some eardrum hair. This is the Slug Bug truck, aka the smart car truck, but and then this is the Blue Pork, which is Atlanta, Georgia PD car that may or may not get rebuilt. It's got a 3.7 Duratec Cyclone Mustang motor in it, but it's all-wheel drive. But yeah, it's a Slug Bug truck, and or the smart car flatbed. I haven't figured out. This one's probably going to go away in about a week. I think I got somebody who wants to buy it, and it'll be on a 30-acre ranch, which is going to make me actually happy, because I'm going to miss her, but she needs to go out and do some work. But them's are the wheels that are going to go on the new champagne colored stalker. Those are Lincoln Town Car wheels, or the upscale Crown Victoria wheels. So and then these are some seats that are going to go in Sandy, which is the 1976 60 passenger GMC Wayne bus. Wow, that was a lot. So, and then these wheels here, actually, unless they're the wrong offset, because I'm going to end up going a little narrower. You see the offset on these is a lot less positive, and this is really positive. So hopefully I can use these rims and tires and narrow up the truck a little bit, because this one's a little bit wide, which is fine because it protects the body, but I got the sliders here. I've got the front and rear hitches. This has got a hitch on the front with reinforcement that actually is a steering box reinforcement and chassis reinforcement. And of course I got the sliders and the rock lights and clearance for clearance. Wheel well openers. I took these off from, this is the driver's side one, this is the passenger side one, and the driver's side one is on the passenger side. What I did was I took what used to be like this area here. You can see where the pinstripe is. This is where the stock fender flare location was on the front also. So what I did is I took the flares off, I cut the wheel wells out as high as I needed to fit the tires without much lift, and then I remounted the flares, so you can see how close I am to the pinstripe here. So there's before and there's after. And then because of the fitment, I swapped them around, so this actually kicks back. And if you can look, I cut them and trimmed them and glued them. And then this side here, which is cool, is I folded in the fender where I needed to, so it clears. You can see I still rub with 35s. But if I do stuff the front tires really hard and they start rubbing the flares, well, the flare just pops out here and goes back. Sometimes they even end up out like that, which isn't a big deal because then I just pop them back. But the flares can flare out all the way like this, so the tire doesn't actually damage them. So I'm kind of proud of that. On this side, same thing. This is a big tire on here, and then, like I said, I've got this so it'll flare way out like that if the tire hits it. And once I'm back on the road, if they ain't popped back, I already popped them back. And I used to have a sway bar disconnect in here, but I just gave up on the sway bar altogether. So, but there's a new door for Roxanne for whoever buys her if I don't do the body work, because she's got a messed up back end. But it's a 2015 door off of a SEL Taurus, so that'll be going with the car. Hopefully I'll sell all 3 cars at once. Roxanne, which is the completely running, driving everyday car. This one, which is a perfect parts car for Roxanne, or if somebody wants to use Lola, the whole front end on that car, most of it's actually here. I got the rear bumper, the front bumper. She's got a good hood, fenders, front clip, and Roxanne and Lola are both 2015 twin turbo EcoBoost all-wheel drive police interceptors, and this is a 2014 NA normally aspirated 3.7 motor, which is the Mustang GT motor. So this one's a perfect parts car for one, or another car is a perfect parts car to build this one back together. And I've got a whole interior, back seats, door panels, full interior for this that's got, has carpet from Lola. And this car is actually pretty clean considering it was a standard LLE local law enforcement car. This fender's actually completely salvageable. This fender here actually didn't get hit necessarily, just the mounting got bent, but need to cut the subframe out on the front here to make this car sound again chassis wise. And then me, I would just keep the 3.7 in it because I've heard they're a little harder out of the hole. They'll take off out of the hole better. But how can you say no to a turbo? Oh, I'm sorry, twin turbos. So it'd be really cool is to take Lola apart and build a twin turbo out of this 2014. So the entire drivetrain is the EcoBoost, and then the car itself is actually kind of a really cool blue. I don't want to scratch that up. It's hard to see how good it is. I've got door handles and everything. It's got some cool reflective stickers on it that when they're not reflective, if I didn't have the flash on, kind of like a Fast and the Furious graphic here. But this is what the color of this car is, which is, I kind of dig that. You don't see that color on a Ford Taurus, at least on a civilian model. But I've got the right steering wheel. I've got the right driver. Actually, I've got all the 2015 stuff from the other car, but all the seats are perfectly clean, look great. Door panels, the headliner looks great. I mean, it's got one little mark back there that I'm thinking about putting another dome light in. I thought it'd be cool to put 2 of the cop dome lights in there, one in the back seat, one in the front. I mean, why not? It's not going to be a police car. Might as well let some people have some extra light. And what was I going to show you? Oh yeah, the graphics over here. I don't know if you can see them. Kind of goes to like a little flame point here. I kind of like this graphic. I would leave it on here, and it's reflective, which is even better. So, but this one's got 70,000 miles, and it's all-wheel drive. And Lola over there has 70,000 miles. I think she just turned 70 1,000 miles. And of course, Roxanne. Oh, and I got all the I'm not going to slide this out again, but I got all the electronics for the lights and sirens. I've got this lock, which I'm not going to push the button. I'm going to reach under there and start more stuff. This one actually has an okay back bumper. I believe, yeah, the back bumper on this is okay, so you wouldn't even need to use this back bumper. But this is all the stuff from the Squash Squad car, including the rear carpet kit. I think the front carpet kit is still in the Squash car under the seats. But these back fender, even the lower valance, was completely fine. And the front bumper was completely fine. It's even better shape than Roxanne's front bumper. There's a little chip out of Roxanne's right here, which I'm not gonna worry about because I'm gonna end up putting an air dam, because I've been going on some road race tracks with it. And so, you know, got 3 cars. I'm gonna sell all 3 of them for probably like 15. Roxanne I would sell for 8 by herself. Lola I would probably sell for about 4 by herself. But if you bought both Roxanne and Lola, I'll throw in this car. It's an entire car. This is a flex fuel car, which you can actually run on E85. Both the twin turbo cars. A lot of people know this, but you can't run flex fuel in those. I mean, you can't run E85 in them. You can run E10 or, you know, high octane. It doesn't make a difference, because I ran 110 gas from the racetrack, which was, I think it was like $9 a gallon. Didn't make a damn bit of difference. But these cars, you can run the flex fuel in, or they're a flex fuel car. You can run E85 in it without changing injectors or anything. But the other thing I was going to get back to is Roxanne and Lola. You can't buy, even the police departments in California don't have a twin turbo EcoBoost police interceptor, whether it's the Explorer or whether it's the Taurus. I found out they're federally mandated to be restricted, and I've got the emblems from both the EcoBoost. So if that throws you, that if you ever look at the back of Roxanne, she actually says all-wheel drive twin turbo flex fuel. Well, the only reason she says that is because the trunk lid from the blue pork here is on Roxanne, and I'm not gonna change emblems over, because she says police interceptor on one side and flex fuel all-wheel drive. Well, since I got to paint the trunk, then I'm going to put the EcoBoost. I don't know if I'm going to put the police interceptor thing on. I don't like police interceptor things on the cars. I just don't need the extra attention. There's nothing else going to be on the cars that is technically police, except for I just got a really super nice set of rims I'd been waiting to get, and I got hubcaps. And oh, I forgot Roxanne is here. She's hiding. Let's go say hi to Roxanne. She got some upgrades. This is the one I took the Chuckwalla Speedway or whatever. So yeah, this one's got the chip on the bumper, and that strap isn't holding the bumper up. That's so I could get towed out. They need you to have a tow point when you go to a race course, so in case your car gets stuck or they need to tow it back. But I got new rims and the correct hubcaps. This is a gas cap from another parts car, but it's kind of cool because it's not a bad tone. But if you look on this one, it's E20 and E85. No, so it's easy fuel, which is technically no gas cap. I just put a lock and gas cap on it, but you can only put E10 of course your regular garden variety fuel. But if you look on here, it says flex fuel 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So that's not correct. That should say EcoBoost. And then of course Police Interceptor, which I'm just going to take that off. I don't need that on there. I like to get a Taurus emblem, or I might even just clean it all off and just make it look just slick and flat. And I got to get one of these tail lights. These are LED tail lights from an SHO, which I scored on. The Police Interceptors don't have, they have incandescent bulbs in them. I don't know about from 16 and up, which is what these wheels are from. They're from a 2016 Explorer. But this is the stuff I need to fix on her. I basically have vinyl wrap on it just to smooth out. There's like literally holes and gouges, and this door needs to be replaced, which is that door over there I showed you. Plus the glass is scratched really bad from the accident. So this whole door is going to be replaced with glass. I'm going to get the door handle swapped over so it's got the black door handle. This has a little bit of an impression of a scratch from the accident, but I've been told I can buff that out with some weird polymer cleaner. And these are what come on the Police Interceptors. It doesn't say SHO, but this is technically an SHO car. And this one's got the LED spotlight, which is pretty cool. But everything that this car needs could come off of the blue car, because this whole quarter panel, I would just change the roof and the quarter panel because the roof's kind of banged up. But somehow it didn't break the rear window. This was actually coming in contact with the glass before it started straightening it, and I was waiting for it to pop, but it never did. And the trunk lid closes correctly and works right. It's just, you know, car's kind of fucked up, but she's fast. I went out to the track and I did all the sessions, but actually I doubled sessions because I changed from open passing to point to pass, because I sucked at open passing. I was blocking everybody up with this 4,000-pound pissed off police car. But this rear bumper's all jacked up. I've got it held in with, I think, drywall screws. But these tires did really good out there on the track. You can see I picked up some rubber that I still have from race tires out there. And she's got the interior. I have the exact same interior from this car. This one's dirty, but everything you see on this interior, even the center console, I have the exact identical interior to go into the blue car. This one, literally the only thing wrong with this interior is this little, it's not even, it's just dirt. It's from a little wrinkle in the seat, and that's not torn. Nothing is, these are really durable seats. I'd love to put a set of these seats in a Crown Victoria, and I got a feeling that might happen pretty soon. And they had these floor mats in it, and then these additional ones, which are really cool because they snap on and off. And this car has carpet, and I also have another carpet kit from Lola. So if you get both Lola and Roxanne, you also get the blue police car, which is a 2014, but you can put this entire interior in and it'll match, because I have another steering wheel that's complete. I have everything in here. And of course this one didn't have a cage in it, and neither did Lola. So it's kind of nice because there's no marks anywhere, no extra little holes in the floor. Since this was a state trooper, and highway patrol and state troopers, they don't transport. They call local law enforcement to do their transporting. And I love this feature. This is so cool. If you need something just up behind your head, you know, keep you awake, or if you want to relax, you just bam. So full power seats in the front with lumbar support, and they lean all the way back. The passenger seat doesn't, but this one's got the charge port, and shoot, I forgot what they call that, the LSB. I always forget that when I need to say it, but this actually has Bluetooth in it, and I've got a full police console to go in this, which is actually from the Atlanta, Georgia car. So you could have carpet, untouched headliner, perfect rear seats, and the rear seats aren't the vinyl. They're this, whatever this material is just awesome. I mean, it's almost, it's just like what you could buy in like a Jeep. They have options for this in Ford trucks, but it's a really super durable fabric. Real quick release. There's little levers here and you can pull the back seat out. Way easier than trying to lock in a Crown Victoria seat, because you want to lock them in if you're having people go in and out of the back a lot, because they'll start sliding forward. But the backs are a little harder to get out because they're actually bolted in the top. But they have all the child restraint little deals here, which are nice. And this does have an LED third brake light that's super bright, which matches great with these. Door panels totally work. Doors lock and unlock, have lock buttons. They totally work, so you can open the doors from the inside. This car wasn't changed around to have that. Let me see. Yep. And this is the messed up door, and it opens, obviously. It closed a lot quicker. This one was cool because all I had to do was pull that cap off and turn the lock, because it did have you didn't have the ability to get in and out, and it didn't have the buttons, but the buttons were in the glove box and all the linkage was in there. I just had to pop this cap off and turn this to go from, you know, like the locked from inside to locked from outside to no lock from inside. So rear windows work, and that door is actually a really great door for someone who needs just a decent door to put on a Taurus. And you don't even want to know how much these freaking doors cost, or the trunk lid, or the LED. I'll tell you how much the LED taillights were. These taillights from Ford are like $722 just for this one. This one here is $250 each, and they want a core. I got the LEDs from a salvage yard that didn't know that they were LEDs, and I got them for I think $150 for the pair. And so I scored on those. Had to get some wiring harness from Ford dealer because they had to plug in. But so there's all my cars again, except for the party car ain't here, and I don't know what other car isn't here. Got two cars at home. I don't remember which ones they are. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching.